the bag, and then we will get started. Just while everyone is joining, I've put it on my Instagram, so hopefully everyone's available. So we are doing, I don't know what the official name is, but it's a wave style cake. So those cakes where it has like those really nice waves. I'm so nervous. I'm hoping that it goes well. So excuse my jumper. I've been baking all day. And you'll also probably see it all behind me. We've made lots of new postal stuff, so I am just covered in chocolate and all sorts. So yes, we're doing a 6-inch wave style. It's slightly shorter than my normal cakes because my mum wanted a smaller cake. She was like, I really want a smaller cake because I don't want too much cake to eat, I'm on a diet and all this. And I was like, well, my cakes are tall. I don't do anything less than 3 layers at the push. So we've done 3 layers, which is shorter than my normal, so hopefully she doesn't mind. So we're going for a lilac wave cake, and what I've done is I've added a teeny tiny bit of pink because the lilac that I used is Colour Mill and it is quite lilac-y, like more of a grey lilac, so I wanted to make it a little bit more warm toned because it's my first time using it. It's lavender is the shade. So I added a little bit of pink just to make it a bit warmer. But I actually really like the colour. So, and then what I will do tomorrow in the morning, I will print off or Cricut the butterflies which are going on it. But yes, absolutely love this cake style. Fingers crossed I can recreate it. It's one of those ones where if it goes wrong, you just scrape it off and do it again. Because you're not mixing any colours, so it's good in that sense. You're literally just trying to create waves, so if it doesn't go right, you can just smooth it and then try again. So hopefully we will get it right first time, but I'm a massive perfectionist. So having only one chance to do something is quite daunting. Hi Lauren. So we will see. Hopefully it all goes well. But yeah, fingers crossed. So we have our buttercream in there. I'm gonna pipe. I usually, like recently I haven't been piping my buttercream onto the cake. However, I'm gonna pipe it because I don't want it to be uneven, because you're creating this wave, it needs to be an even coat. And obviously if you're doing it with a spatula, it might not be, so yes. Hi Amy, I'm looking forward to seeing your Finch Bakery book review as my book just arrived today and I've already been to Hobbycraft and spent over £100. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm impressed so far. The video started off at a worrying point. Yeah, it was a little bit scary. However, you'll be not probably surprised to know that I didn't read the recipes right. So one of them went wrong because my oven's been doing whatever it wants today basically, and it decided to be running at a higher temperature than it was meant to be. So I took the blondies out and they were literally burnt, and I was like, excuse me, what's going on here? And then every time I put something else in the oven, bearing in mind I've been baking so much today, every time I put something in the oven I had to leave it in for less than it needed. So my oven is running hot, which was a pain. So yeah, the first lot of blondies completely messed up. The second lot, the top was a little bit more done than I wanted it to be on one of the flavours. However, that's something that I know about. And again, because the oven's running hot, I was trying to figure out timings, but they tasted amazing. So that's a little insight for you. Yeah, the blondies tasted really, really good. And I think if I just left them in for a minute less, they'd be perfect. And also if my oven maybe just decided to not play up, that would be great. So yeah, that's the update on that. The blondies turned out really good. The cookies look good. They're actually behind me. And I've done 2 lots of cookies, 2 different ones. And then I think tomorrow, because the video isn't going to go up today, I'm going to put it up tomorrow instead because I don't want to rush it. But I might, in the morning, try cookie cups because they're also in that and it looked really good. So I might do that. Or I might try carrot cake. Which do you want me to try? Carrot cake or cookie cups? Let me know. But these are the cookies. They are very beefy. It's quite funny. They are the biggest cookies, so they're a little bit larger than in the photo, but this is the stuffed cookie, so it's got cookie dough in the middle. They will have drizzle and stuff on them. And then this one is cream egg stuffed. So I personally think that the cookie recipes, it didn't tell you to put it in the freezer once it had the stuffing in it, whereas it told you to put the cookie dough in the freezer for over an hour, but not the actual cookie. And I felt like the whole thing, once it was stuffed, could have gone in there, because then I feel like it wouldn't have spread as much. However, this does look like the photo. So it looks like the photo in terms of size and like how tall it is, but I wanted the ones where they're really large, you know, where like it looks like you've got a ball in the center of your cookie. That's what I want them to look like. I'm still gonna upload these once they're all decorated and I've taken cute photos and everything. But I am gonna redo them eventually and see how they turn out. So yeah. But that is those. And then my blondies. Look. So this is what I was on about. The oven still slightly cooked them more than I wanted. But that's what I mean. A minute less, I think that would be perfect. And as you can see in the center, they're fudgy here, but I can push it in, which is what you want. You want that nice fudgy, gooey, and when you bite into it, it's so gooey. I love it. So I was really, really pleased with them. So anyway, back to the cake. So those are for tomorrow, because if you hadn't guessed by the title of this, it's Jules' birthday. So if you're feeling kind, go over to Jules' craft room. I'll put it down below if you're watching at a later time. But go over to Jules' craft room and comment on her most recent video saying that you came from my video and that you wish her a happy birthday, because it was yesterday and it would probably make her day. She's one of those people, it would probably make her day if someone actually commented that. Because I don't know if she actually told people it was her birthday. But yeah, so go over and comment. So we're having a little family party tomorrow, so I'm making the cake for that. And then we're gonna eat all the cookies and stuff so that I can get some rave reviews. So anyway, also apologies. I've had like 3 or 4 coffees today, so I am bouncing off the walls. Right, I probably need that actually, so let's keep that here. Let's get this cake out. So, look at the itty bitty cake. So, as you can see, it's not as tall as my usual. My usual's probably like at least here. But it is 3 layers, which is more than she wanted, but it's what she's getting. So, I'm just taking that off the board. So, we've gone for a thin board because it is a at-home party and I don't want to use one of my drums. No offence, Jules, but I need to save them. So let's get a tea towel because my jumper's already dirty, so we're not going to put an apron on as usual, but just want that to wipe my hands. So scissors, and I will pan you down so that you can actually see. Cookie cups, okay. That's a lot of cookie cups. Okay, I'm gonna look through the recipes because there's loads of, there's maybe like 5 or 6. So I'm gonna pick my favorite and then we'll do cookie cups. Because that's, again, I wanna have a range of cookies on the website and a range of brownies. So yeah, there's gonna be some new brownies and blondies. And there's just so much new stuff coming, so I'm so excited. Right, there you go. So that you can see the cake, not me. So, right. Let's get piping. Oh yeah, I think someone mentioned this, it might have been Jilly, but we have the blue piping bags back. I got the industrial guys in because the white ones from the clear ones from Hobbycraft just weren't cutting it. They kept on breaking and they were driving me insane. So we're back to our old ways. So these are so hard to hold with one hand, honestly. Right, so as far as I'm aware, you need a really thick layer because when you try and do the waves, you need to have enough that you're not scraping off too much. So we're going to go over the top with the piping so that we have plenty on there. Off you go, there we go. I love when it moves on its own. That's so satisfying. There we go. We want a little bit more there. So I want it thick. And fingers crossed, we can channel our inner Joel Jacobs, and Shannon Cakes as well. Shannon's Cakes I also found this from, but they are just the queens of this design. So I'm really hoping that by watching all of their reels, I managed to learn enough about it that I can recreate it, because it looks really hard. And they say that you just have to wing it. So like you just have to go for it and hope for the best. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to cover the whole thing because we aren't doing a drip or anything, so we need to cover any holes. So I am going to flatten the top, because obviously you need to make sure that your top is nice and neat, because you can't do that because once you've done the wave, you can't touch the sides. So I need to make sure that the top is perfect. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to smooth the sides, but like a rough smooth, not a full, just so that when you then go over it to do the actual wave, there's no holes or anything. I need to fill in any gaps. I don't want to scrape too much off, so I'm going to go back in. Okie dokie. So, I'm really nervous, as you can probably tell. I want it to look perfect. I'm so worried that I'm not going to do it right. Okay, so I'm just going to try and get the top a little neater. There's a little bit here because, like I say, I don't want to scrape too much off. But it also needs to be even. Oh, I'm scared. Okay, right. The Hobbycraft ones aren't any good. I just buy them off Amazon. Yeah, I agree. I buy them off Amazon. How do you do a stripe cake with the fancy Finch Bakery scraper? Oh, what, this one? It's got loads of fingerprints on it. So you smooth it like I have, like a rough smooth. Then you use the stripe side. Scrape that, shove it in the fridge for an hour or the freezer for about half an hour, maybe like 20 minutes. Then you fill in the gap that you've just scraped, because obviously you'll have a gap where this is. Then you just smooth it, and you keep smoothing it until the stripes are perfect. So I am going to use a clean scraper. I am so nervous. So, I think I go like that. Oh God, I am really scared. I don't want to mess it up. I'd like you to know if you can help me. I tried to make red American buttercream. I use Colour Mill, but it's not red. I did a whole bottle and it's still dark pink. I use Super Red, Wilton Super Red. No, Sugar Flare Super Red. I don't use any other colouring for red because I find that it does not work. I'm really sorry, I was ill earlier in the week, and because I'm talking so much, I haven't spoken literally all week. My throat is just like dying. So I use the red. I get it to a point where it is, I add enough that it is like, it's red, but it's not quite the red you want. I'm trying to find an example. It might be like that red, you know, where it's not really, no, it's lighter than that, but yeah, it's not quite dark enough. And then I leave it in the fridge for maybe like an hour, and then when I go to get it afterwards, it's a lot darker. It does darken on the cake. It's the same as black buttercream. You can put it on the cake when it's not quite the colour you want it, because then when you store it in the, my throat is dying, when you store it in the fridge overnight, it will darken. I'm going to get a drink because I think I'm going to keel over in a second. Apologies, honestly, like I say, I haven't spoken all week. Even filming videos today, I was really struggling because I just haven't needed to talk and my throat can't handle it. Right, I need to just do it. I'm really scared that I'm gonna ruin it. Right. Guys, can we pray for me? Yeah, I don't microwave buttercream ever because I find that it just splits and then never goes back. I don't know how people do that. Right. Okay, there's a few bits that need a little bit more. Okay, I know how to do it. I want to redo it because I've got the gist of it now. So, now that I've got that out of my system, we're gonna just add, I wanted to try it out first, so we're going to flatten that because it's that easy to just redo it. And then because I think there was too many waves on that one. Perfect. So straighten that again. I need to turn on my camera because I realised maybe shorter waves. Whenever I've seen people do it, they did it continuously. However, I think I did too many. So I need to do like one continuous one that goes all the way to the top. Not like smaller waves. So like bigger waves, if that makes sense. But yeah, I was meant to do it as a tutorial. So I also need to turn on my camera. Right. I'm so nervous. I could just redo it 1,000 times. God, this is terrible. the bit at the top, which I want to fix. And then maybe smooth the top. I don't know how people have a rough top. We can try it. We can always restart for the third time. I think maybe I've got too much buttercream on here. Okay, I think the rough edge looks better. Okay, we're gonna do it again. We're getting the gist of it. I feel like you need to try it a couple of times before doing it, so that you actually know what you're doing. Right. We knew this was never going to be a one trick pony, didn't we? So, right. Smooth. Okie dokie. I feel like we've got less at the top now as well, which looks a bit better. Right. This one, or this one. This is for smoothing the cake. This is just for kind of adding buttercream onto it. Beautiful. I've just smoothed it out, Ellen. But it's going to be more beautiful this time. I'm just getting the leftover off the board. Right. Let's try again. Fingers crossed. Third time lucky. I can always do it again. Right. I think people just have it like that. I've always seen it like that. I don't think they do it like that. Right. Let's give it a go. It's annoying me, if you couldn't tell. I feel like they don't have it like that. I feel like they must have it slightly smoother. I mean, I can just do this 1,000 times, honestly, so it has to be perfect because it's for Jules. So, yeah, we're just gonna try it multiple times. Give it a go. I'm going to try it with less buttercream on, because everyone said to do a really thick layer, but I want to try it without, so let's give it another go. Oh, we jumped a bit there. Don't know what happened. There's some air bubbles, which is what is bothering me. I don't know if people normally have that when they do this. I'm just too much of a perfectionist, I think. That's my problem. Also, the side that I want to be the front can't be the front. Left hand, I can't. Definitely not. I'm right-handed, so that definitely won't work. It's the air bubbles. The air bubbles is what's bothering me. I'm going to smooth it out again, because, you know, why not? And let's try it without adding any more, because yeah, look, as you can see, the air bubbles are just coming through, and that is bothering me because I don't want air bubbles. I don't want to be able to see the air bubbles. I can see them all here. which obviously when you're doing a smooth cake is different because you're smoothing it, but because we aren't smoothing it, we're creating ridges, you can't just smooth out the air bubbles. It's a bit more difficult. Right, let's go. So far so good. Come on. The air bubbles. God, the air bubbles are killing me. How do people make this look so easy? The air bubbles is just what's annoying me. I think I'm gonna have to do what I did the first time, where I didn't just do the corner, I actually had it a bit more flat to the cake, because otherwise you're just bringing out the air bubbles even more. Fill in the air bubbles again. 10th time lucky, guys. I mean, it's a learning curve because I've never done this style before. Right. Yeah, I don't know why this buttercream has so many air bubbles in it. Usually it doesn't. I obviously mixed it for a bit too long. Okay. Right, I don't want to do this any more times, so, and I don't think you want to see it any more times, so let's give her a go. I just warm your smoother. Yeah, maybe. Oh, the spatula in your left hand. I'm confused, Martin, because either way, I'm right-handed. So either way, I can't use my left hand. Is it possible to make a fast and easy good cake in under 30 minutes? You can't make it and decorate it in 30 minutes because you need to cool it. So yes, you need longer than that. You can decorate it in under 30 minutes if you're quick. But yeah, you won't be able to actually bake it as well. Thing is, if I warm the scraper, like, I think that might work, but the problem isn't that, is it? The problem is that we have air bubbles. So that's what's annoying me, is the air bubbles. So yeah, I don't know how to get rid of those. Yeah, because look, the air bubbles are just everywhere. This is annoying me. Someone help me. Right. We're going to try warming the scraper. I'm going to get a clean one. I'm going to smooth this completely. Now we have air bubbles again. Trying to get the air bubbles out of this buttercream. Right, we are going to warm it. Did you practice with cake dummies? No. Sometimes, but I find that they're way too light to actually decorate. I find them, yeah, just really annoying to decorate because they just move. Yeah, I know that you can't necessarily. Yeah, the air bubbles is a problem. I've seen people use a spatula and get them out, which is what I did, oh God, a second ago. But there's still like a few, but what I mean is there's loads. Which, when I'm applying it, there isn't that many air bubbles. It's when I'm doing this smoothing technique that all the air bubbles seem to be appearing, which is what I don't understand. Because I'm like, they're not there now, so why are they there when I'm smoothing it? It's really annoying. I might have to have a quick look at their video just to make sure that I'm doing it right. So BRB, because it's a reel, so it'll literally take 2 seconds, but I just need to make sure that I'm actually doing the right thing before we carry on. Okay, I had a look and figured out what I was doing wrong. She does not hold it like that. She holds it literally close to the cake, and she does loads, and some of them overlap each other, some of them don't. So yeah, she does loads of waves, and yeah, she holds it pretty much straight, but just with the edge in. It's actually very soft. I added a little bit of hot water to make sure that it was really soft, and it's quite warm in this room, surprisingly. But yeah, I'm going to wet this to make it like hot, and then dry it. And then we're going to try it the way she did it, because yeah, she basically had it straight, just with the tiny corner in there, whereas I was like this. So I think that wasn't helping. Right, I was waiting for my tap to go hot because I'm not using a kettle, so it was taking ages. Right, we've got a warm scraper, so let's... Oh God, the top. I went too much on the top. I didn't realise my angle. The bottom I like, for God's sake. Okay, we're gonna have to redo it again. The top, I didn't realise my angle, and I've literally scraped off loads of the top, which I didn't realise. So now we have a wonky cake. I hope you guys are enjoying this, because I'm not. I don't know why I told my mum that I'd do. I didn't tell her I was doing this design, but I said that I was doing a design that I'd found, and obviously now it's one that I've never done. Okay, but that was way better than the time before, so at least we know what we're doing now. There's way too much on the top here as well. Right, I don't think my scraper is very hot now, so we're going to redo that. Right, I promise you it will be worth it in the end. Right. God, I'm too much of a perfectionist to do this cake, honestly. I will not be surprised if you leave this live, because it's shocking. Jilly, I'm glad that you're enjoying this, because this is shocking. That's the one before that was better if I hadn't messed up the top of it. I also am not sure, I don't think I've got enough buttercream on this now, so I need to add that back in. Oh, this is stressful. I hope my mum likes this cake after all this. Right, this is the last go. Like, I think if it takes another try after this, I might just like go home, you know? So we're not doing this again. We need to get it right this time. Now I'm getting air bubbles on the top. Just getting air bubbles everywhere today. Right, let's smooth you out. Right, we have a smooth cake now, so let's give it one last go, shall we? Who knew that you could redo a cake this many times? Because I didn't, but clearly you can. Right, I need to be in the right position because I feel like it's been way better when I've gone continuously. So we're gonna aim for that. God, there's a few bits where I've imprinted the cake, which has ruined it. Apart from that, I actually like it. Okay, this could actually work. It's the best so far, I agree. I'm not gonna do it again because I honestly don't think I'll get it any better. That's what they said in all the videos. Like, none of them are perfect in the videos, but they all said, they were like, you just need to go for it and then don't touch it, because if you do, then try and fill it in with a small spatula. Honestly, I think I'd ruin it. The air bubbles aren't the problem. I don't know if you can see there, that line. It's where I've slightly pushed into the cake, and because the buttercream's so soft, it's created a line. But like, I might be able to smooth that out afterwards. But this edge here, this is perfect. So it means that this will be the front, and then hopefully no one looks at it at any other angle, because then it won't work. So we are gonna throw sprinkles at it until we can't fit any more on there, and then it'll be done. And then we'll add the butterflies on, which will hide any imperfections. So I'm gonna use the leftover piping. I think people put stuff on the board, and also a few bits on top, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna shove it in the fridge because I don't want to touch it, because I'll probably smudge it. So I want to make sure it's a little bit set before I actually do anything to it. But this is the front. So, and then you put sprinkles and bits on it. So yes, I'm actually pleased with that. I know it was like 20 times, so it's not exactly like I've done it on the first try, but I think it is better. That is a good point. I could swirl the top. Right. I don't know if that's any good. I just swirled the top, so I think that's better. So that's what it's looking like. So quickly shove it in the fridge, and then we will so what do we want to add? I have some pretty flowers. I'm not sure what people, I can't remember what people usually add. I think they usually add quite a bit. It's a 6-inch, but it's only 6 inches tall. Usually my cakes are about 9, but my mum only wanted a short one. We have some buttercream here. So what I'm going to do is add, it keeps falling over, it's really annoying me. I'm going to add some white colouring to it to make it paler. Because it's the same flavour, so it was what I used for the crumb coat. That's not coming out. Oh yeah, look! I finally graduated and I got a giant colour mill. Because I have loads of these. But I use loads of black. So I wanted a big one. Oh yeah. This is the red extra. The only red you should be using. My throat is dying again. Is Jules watching? No, she's watching TV. That's why I'm doing it now. So glad to know everyone struggles at times. Hope you get this one. Thank you. Honestly, I'm not used to it because every other type of like scraping of buttercream just comes so easy. Yet that is something completely new, and honestly, it was the bane of my life. As you saw, I did it about 20 times. Thank you to everyone that said it looks good. Hopefully Jules likes it. I think I'm gonna go for gold accents because I don't think I have any silver. Well done, thank you. Pearls and butterflies, that's what I'm thinking. I'm also gonna add some lint because she loves white chocolate, so I'm gonna add some white chocolate lint. And then the butterflies will be the main thing on it. Oh, this buttercream has some crumbs in it, which I don't think is going to work. To be fair, I think it might look a bit weird, just holding it up to the lilac. I think because the lilac is the colour it is, it looks a bit weird having a different colour. I do quite like the ombre version of this. I kind of wish I'd done an ombre one, like a white to purple, but we've done purple now, so that's what we're going with. But yeah, I think that also would have looked nice. I need my thingy. We are using the Finch Bakery, I think it's the 8E. Yeah. We're using the Finch Bakery 8E, which looks like this. Right. Let's go. What have we got? dokey. Go with that. I was going to spray some gold lustre because we love a bit of lustre. And then we will put a few lints on there. So, right. I always find this spray doesn't actually add much gold, it just adds more of a glitter, which we want, but yeah, I kind of want a little bit of gold, but it doesn't usually give off much gold. Right, so we've got that on there. I am going to pipe a few So, how does that look? We are going to, I don't know, I kind of like it smooth. Have I ruined it doing that? I think it looked better smooth. Yeah, that's, I feel like I don't like it with those on top. Ruined my swirl on the top now. I don't know what to put on the top. I'm gonna have to look at some photos quickly because for some reason I can't imagine what they put on the top of it, but I know that they do something, so I need to quickly check. Okay, so they don't put any piping on the top, so we're gonna leave that off. People put flowers on there, or they've just kept it really simple. So I think I am gonna put some flowers on there. I'm not sure about, I think I'm gonna have to leave the lint because I don't think it will go. But I'm gonna throw some sprinkles at it because the ones that I've seen all have loads of sprinkles on, and I mean loads. So I think it needs a load of sprinkles to go on it before we can actually discuss what we're doing. So, sprinkles on the top. Right. I'm going to put a few big ones on there. Oh gosh, losing sprinkles. I need to clean the board before I add any there. I'm going to get a sharp knife, I think, so that I can go around the edge. Okay. So, I've gone around the board so there's nothing left on there. And I just want to add, I really like these big sprinkles. I think I need something else. They're too orange. I'm gonna add some more gold. I wish I had some white, but I don't. That's really annoying. Right, and then I'm just going to add a couple of these, I think they're called dragies, the long ones. isn't. That one's in half. There we go. Okie dokie. I'm still on the fence about how to... I think I'm going to put some flowers on there. I'm just looking at the ones that I have. I love these, so I think I'm going to put one of those on. I think the rose might be too white. I have some purple roses, but I also think that they're too similar. I've got my dried flower box, which I can have a look through. But I have a feeling it might be these, what are these called? Can't remember. Are they lilies or orchids? Something like that. Can't remember.
Lilies.
Lilies. My dad said they're lilies, but I think they're quite nice. So I might do this one in the centre, because I love that one. And then do the other one to one side of it. As much as I like the puffball one, I'm not even sure I need it, but I think it looks better all lilies. I think we're going to stick with the lilies because I think they look better. So, my dad's just made tea. Have to give him a shout out because he smiled. In the 21 mug, even though I'm 22. But yeah, so I think we're going to go with that. I've left the lilies on. I've taken the, I think it was peony, off. As much as I love this little puffball, it doesn't really go with the style. I'm going to have a little look through my dried flowers because I do find that these are just a really nice touch. They can like fit in anywhere. If that was bigger, do I have any bigger pieces? No, so I don't think any of the dried bits go, which is perfectly fine because I think maybe I should just stop. So I think we're going to leave it there. Can we fit a lint on there at all? Because I feel like she loves lint. Or would it look better out of the wrapper? I feel like the gold is not quite working. Okay, it will work without, so what we're going to do we're going to place it on there like that. And then the other side I'm going to add with the wrapper, I think. Okie dokie. Perfect. I'm really pleased with that. I know that it took us a while, but we got there in the end, guys. Thank you for the 26 of you that actually stuck around, because honestly, that was shocking. The beginning was shocking, so we made it. So this is the finished cake. I honestly love it. I love it so much. I can't wait to show her. I'm gonna have to hide it in my fridge and hopefully she won't look in there by tomorrow. I just need to make sure I don't nick anything from her fridge that will make her need to go in my fridge. But yeah, absolutely love it. Considering it was my first time doing this, like, I know I did it about 20 times, so it wasn't really the first time, but I had no idea how to do it, and then I obviously watched the reel and I was like, okay, I get it now. But yeah, you just got to trust the process, and you got to trust yourself, because I didn't, and I kept redoing it, and I feel like you got to just leave it. So you got to do it once and then leave it, don't touch it, because if you do touch it, it's gonna self-combust, I think. But we love, and I think the lilies are really nice on the top. It does annoy me that lint isn't actually white. It's, you know, but it's fine. My phone's gonna die in a second, so I hope you enjoyed. And I'm gonna go and take some photos of this, and then I'm going to the gym, so I need to pack up all this postal stuff that's behind me, put it in boxes, and then tomorrow we will finish that video, or maybe later tonight, depending on when I get back. But I need to do some brownies to finish that video off, and then we will be finished. So yes, hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna love you and leave you. My mum is going to love it, I just know it. And I can see that only 13 of you are thumbs up, so just a shout out to the other, what is it, my maths, 15 of you that are watching currently. Give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't already, because look where we got to. We finished it. So if you haven't already, like it, because I'm watching you, and I will see you